Hi, this is Mihai Algiu, somatic psychotherapist and founder of Circle of Being Somatic Shadow Work. And I would like to invite you to a one-day immersion with me. One-day immersion, which is coming up very soon, Saturday, 22nd of April, both in person in Nevada City, California, as well as on Zoom. So you have details how to sign up below, and location and prices, and I'd like to keep things affordable, and people have a special need, contact me directly for sliding scale. But the focus of this immersion is rescue our authenticity. So that's what it is about. So if you guys been following me or working with me one-on-one or group or just watching on YouTube, you know I am deep into combining awareness practices, Buddhist, non-dual, fourth way awareness practices in order to become more conscious, more awake, more aware, more present, more getting clarity about our true identity as being a expression of God. As being the self, as a capital S, there's nothing wrong with it. And so I'm big on combining these Eastern practices with processing of our pain body, processing of our wounds, of our childhood imprints, of having been raised in a toxic culture and having been raised by people who are traumatized and unconscious and with a limited capacity to hold space, to attune, to love fully. So yeah, so I'm deeply into this, the necessity of combining both of these types of work. And in this one-day immersion, I would like to focus on this area, which is a big area of suffering. Somehow in childhood and later, somehow we've been deeply conditioned that it's not okay to be ourselves. Somehow it's not safe to be ourselves. We have to be in a different way. I have to hide myself. I have to lie. I have to pretend to be in a different way. It's just not just being able to just be ourselves, whatever that is for us, our authentic nature. They call it the authentic self somehow, due to wounding, relational trauma, due to the fact that our parents, our grandparents, they were not fully themselves. They were running all kinds of programs of pretending and appearing and managing the image and trying to be liked, trying not to be disliked. So due to the fact that we were raised in this type of level of ego consciousness, we had no choice but to just soak that in and somehow abandon our truest impulses, And I think it's one of the only species on this planet where, like, if the tiger, if the whale, if the shark, if the deer, they will not be authentic and they will be bamboozled by all kinds of programs, the species would have been eradicated. We are the only species that where we are abandoning and compromising our God-given essence. Yeah. So the one-day immersion will be actually from 11 a.m. California Pacific time, and we'll have about 6 hours with 1 hour break, so 7 hours in total. And we'll have a mixture of awareness practices so we can actually start to go deeper into a meditative, contemplative space, so we can actually see these patterns of self-abandonment, of not being safe to be oneself, of trying to please people, trying to avoid people being upset, trying to make sure they like us, trying to avoid that they judge us, trying to control how they perceive us. This is like so stressful, and it's a lot of suffering. It will get you sick. And there's no way we can have then a wonderful relationship if I'm not real and authentic within myself. And I know that in the New Agey arena, they speak a lot of being authentic and all of that, but it's much harder than we think. We can't just do it from top down, just because I want to be authentic. We need to pass through witnessing some deeply rooted patterns, and we need to feel certain emotions, and we need to see the origin of these stories and imprints. So in these 6 hours, we are going to get more conscious. We are going to start to explore, as well as talk and share in group processing about this, as well as doing some experiential processes, breath work, shaking, somatic investigation, partner exercise, and group processing. So we are closer to being fully the tiger, the ego that we truly are underneath all of this conditioning. And this way, more chances to, it's where the power lies. You know, if we are fake and polite and trying to appear in a certain way, we are divorcing from our true power. Yeah. So join me, see information below. And this is restricted to people, let's say, that are, because I want to use certain tools and technology, Kiloby inquiries, Sedona method, awareness-based somatic investigation. So I don't want to teach too much of this. So I would like to have people in this immersion, people that I already work with them in one-on-one, or you have come to any of my groups, or even you've been, let's say, following or applying these things I've been putting out there on YouTube. So if you are brand new to me, then you know, I suggest you don't come. I will do other things, but people are brand new, so there will be other offerings, but this one is more restricted for people who are more familiar with circle of being, somatic shadow work. So I hope to see you soon. Ciao, ciao.